Yeah, the preparation's gone about as well as it could have. I mean, I was not sure about my ability to continue that process as aggressively as I had been up to the point when I got here a month ago, and luckily got through those races in Europe. Even though I didn't race, I had some pretty aggressive skiing in Bengen and Kitzbühel on the race hill, and that was sort of the last step before I could feel comfortable coming in and actually putting the gas pedal down and race. So as far as what I had hoped to have happen, everything went as well as I could have hoped, and yeah, I'm here and ready to race. I think with a back injury like this, you don't find out if it's not healed until you hurt it again. Right now, I don't have pain when I'm sitting here like this, and when I ski, I don't feel it's no sharp shooting pain. It doesn't really restrict me at all in my movements of skiing. The other day, I skied pretty hard Super G and was a little bit sore afterwards, but almost kind of the same soreness that I would have, over my career, just from hitting Super G gates hard and really compressing and making aggressive turns at 65, 70 miles an hour. It just kind of everything gets sore a little bit. But so I mean, this is kind of was the question mark for me was as you get closer and closer to 100%, where there's no real physical limitations, how do you manage that? And if you're really injured, you automatically have some stop points there where you just won't do things that are risky. But coming in here for the race, World Championships, if Sasha's going to put me in there, I'm going to try to win the races. So I mean, I think you'll have to ask me after the races how healthy I am. If I'm healthy enough to make it down, that's sort of my goal.
It's always good to be here. The hill is one of my favorite on tour. It's just a well-rounded hill. It has everything, all the great aspects of a good downhill: big air, good gliding, steep pitches, high speeds, and it's just fun to be here, having the hometown crowd cheering you on, and it definitely makes a difference. And see what I can do. I had a good run here in November or in December, and I got some ideas in my head how to approach it again, and you got to push for medals, so that's my approach. Give everything.
What does risking it a little bit more for medals mean to you, and what does it mean to you?
You still have to keep a calm head, and you still have to know your limitations. But I have ideas in my head, and luckily with downhill you have training runs, and I can try that stuff out. But in Super G, I've taken some steps forward recently, and I feel a lot more comfortable on my skis. So you just gotta risk it for the biscuit. You gotta see the line and convince yourself of what's possible, and believe in that and hope it's good enough. That's about it. I don't try and step out and do something crazy and go ultra straight or whatever. It's just what I believe in, and hopefully it's good enough.
Yeah, I think that's the key. We train so hard all summer, and we know kind of what our limit is and how we go fast. And when you come to the big events, it's easy to kind of get stuck with the pressure of the big event and going for a medal. But for me, my fastest skiing comes out when I'm relaxed and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm kind of just doing all the little things correctly. So yeah, I'm here to win medals, and I'm just going to ski how I normally ski, and I know that's fast enough, so that's all I need to do.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's pretty rare when we get a race in the United States, and especially have a big event like World Championships is super rare. I guess the only person up here that's done it before is Bodie back in '99. So it's really cool to be able to race here, and this hill is awesome. It really, I think, suits my technique really well, but also is a really fun hill for everybody to race.
You said you weren't really nervous about defending your 3 gold medals. Now that you're here, have the nerves grown at all? I mean, is that a huge responsibility, or is that no pressure at all?
I mean, obviously defending all 3 would be a dream come true, but I don't think that's necessarily the most realistic expectation, so I'm not really getting nervous about it. I mean, I'm going to try to ski hard, and I think these hills are really good for me, so if there's a place where it would be possible to repeat, this is one of the better places, but it's not something that I'm consumed about.
Can you give us a little bit what things were like back there in '99 with the team? I know 6th place, I think, by Fleischer was the best finish. So just some of your thoughts and memories as I think a teenager here, Bodie, in 1999.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, and there's no question the team is completely different now. And it's been a process. But I would say that that 8th place for me actually in '99 was a pretty good result, and I think a lot of guys got swept up in it. Colin Pollander won the slalom there, and You know, the results that were posted during that World Championship, I think, were some of the most incredible that I've ever seen. I mean, the runs, the actual intensity, the focus of Herman, of Lasse Schuss with 5 medals, the worst one being silver. That's the kind of thing that you just don't see that in sports very often. He was at the peak of his game, and his mental toughness, I think, was something that really set a benchmark for everybody else to try to live up to. So, you know, I think, you know, these guys are talking about coming in and just skiing the way that they ski and skiing their best. And I think within that same thought process, you have to be willing to try to really dig deep to put your best stuff out there. You know, you're not going to try to ski like Herman or ski like me or somebody else. You're going to ski the best that you can, but I think this hill really allows guys to do their very best. You know, it's one of those hills that feels good. It builds confidence in athletes, and I've seen guys ski some of their best runs on this venue. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I think, you know, that day in slalom, I skied an amazing second run. I almost hooked about 30 tips and somehow managed to make it down. But, you know, as far as a team, like you said, 6th place was our best result. Then I think here we come in as a powerhouse. I think on the men's and women's side, it's incredible to come in a bit the way the Austrians were that year, where they felt like the podium was theirs in every event.